What's up, everybody? I'm Marco Messina.
And I'm Michael Cantaris.
And welcome to Italian Football TV. Another amazing Saturday filled with Serie A action.
Yes, there's only 2 games, but pretty crazy games if you ask me.
And history happened today. After 26 years, Atalanta are back in Europe. Officially, they have at least qualified for the Europa League next season. What an incredible achievement for Gasperini's men.
Amazing. They're amazing. They're the dark horse to Serie A, and this is something they definitely deserve. Even though they let go of Gagliardini and Spinazzola's going to leave, they just have an amazing squad with a great coach.
An absolutely unbelievable team. A great storyline that no one expected. They got a 1-1 draw against Milan today. Completely undeserved, in my opinion. They were up 1-0 with an amazing goal from Andrea Conti. I know, Michael, you were telling me before, Conti has the most goals for a defender.
Yes, that's right. In the Serie A. I think
incredible.
He has 8 goals right now.
That's really beautiful. He scored the first goal for Atalanta early on, and then they kept up the pressure for the entire match. They almost scored more. Kessie had a chance where Donnarumma made a brilliant save on. They were playing like they were down 1-0 when they were up 1-0, and then at the end, around the 90th minute, Delafo levels it for Milan. A Milan side which again just looked like they were not the better team. They were not hungry enough, and it is absolutely classified by that first goal from Conti. I mean, Donnarumma made a great save a few minutes before. He screwed up on that goal, but the defending who are just standing there while Andrea Conti is more hungry to get that, puts it in the back of the net. I mean, that says everything for me, and that says why Atalanta are ahead of Milan.
I agree. Atalanta, they should have got this win. They played better. Milan were playing as if they were up a couple goals. They were playing defense the whole time. Atalanta should have had another 2 goals. And they were playing at their home. We all know how tough it is to play at their home. We know they even tied Juventus in Bergamo also.
That's one thing that Montella did say after the match. We'll get into that after. But yeah, I think that Milan, they're just a mess. I mean, their goal was offsides on Delafo. For me, completely offsides. It was
deflection too, wasn't it?
It was offsides. Shouldn't have counted, but it went in. That's the way football goes. And for Atalanta, they already got this. With a tie, it was enough to get this win. So it was a brilliant match for them. The next match that we had was Fiorentina Lazio, where Fiorentina got a 3-2 win over Lazio. A Lazio who already qualified last week for Europe. They lost today against a Fiorentina who's been struggling, but they were missing some key players, and we know that they do have that Coppa Italia match against Juventus coming up.
Yeah, that was very strange. I thought Lazio were going to take this. I mean, they scored the first goal by Keita. That guy's on fire, by the way.
7 goals in 4 games?
But yeah, something like that. But then they conceded a few. Immobile didn't start. He came in afterwards. I was just surprised because Fiorentina were all over the place. They're one of those inconsistent teams, and they just happened to show up today.
It was a very back and forth match. Both teams had chances on both ends. But yeah, definitely surprising for Fiorentina. But for me, it does go to that where Lazio are thinking about that Coppa Italia final where they could truly make some great history under Simone Inzaghi by beating Juventus on Wednesday. The big news is that Lukaku and Parolo went off in this match with the injury, so they could possibly miss next week's match. But having said that, let's get into the post-match conferences from both of these matches. I'll start with Donnarumma was criticized by a lot of people, by the commentators, by everyone. I'm not going to criticize him for that because he made an amazing save before, which he shouldn't have made.
It was the defender's fault for that.
For me, I mean, it was his fault.
Okay, but the defender should have had his back.
Okay, but he still made the mistake.
Conti went in between the 2 defenders and it went...
Anyway, Papu Gomez, after the match, he said, unless I get an irrefusable offer, I'm staying to guide Atalanta in Europe. And then he started doing his famous Papu dance that we all know and love. Montella, after the game, said, Milan played a great game, and with the players' determination, we were able to get a draw, which is the right result. Atalanta are a great team that have made many suffer. This is a precious point, and I'll be here next year too. And then for Inzaghi, for the Lazio game, he said, we played a great 65 minutes, then had a blackout. It sucks because we didn't deserve to lose, but this is football. Sometimes you do lose. And he said, after I get Europe and play the Coppa Italia final, I'll talk about my future, discuss my future with the club. So yeah, that's basically everything that had to be said. Paulo Sousa was happy for the result, of course, with Fiorentina that way, and everything's coming to an end. We had a great week of football, a great day of football, and much more to come tomorrow.
Yes, much more. I'm a little mad about Montella. What's he saying, all that stuff? They they played very bad today. They should have lost, and they're making it seem like they're playing against Juventus.
I mean, Atalanta still are ahead of them, so I guess that's what he's trying to go for in this one. But it's a story that we always know, and of course, here at IFTV, Italian Football TV, we're gonna have a full recap on Monday where we discuss things in more length. So, guys, put your thoughts in the comment section below. We want to hear your thoughts on both of these matches. Let us know, and we'll talk to you soon. Ciao, ragazzi.